open. So they do this here, and if they do try and cast a spell, I'm just going to spell pierce it. It's most likely going to be omniscience or some ridiculous thing. Oh, of course. Good morning. Welcome to a brand new video. Today is a really weird one. I've had to go back to an old commander, Jodah the Unifier, because I wanted to try out something really strange. So this deck is a triple MELD deck. So what does that mean? So we've got all three new melders from the latest set. We've got Titania, Voice of Gaia, Urza, Lord Protector, and Mishra, Claimed by Gig. Some of these are going to be a lot easier to flip than others. Mishra's not too bad. You need Mishra and Dragon Engine to attack at the same time. Urza is also not too bad. You need Urza and you need the Might Stone and Weak Stone to flip and transform into Urza Planeswalker. Titania is a bit harder because you need to have 4 or more land cards in your graveyard and you need to own Titania and a land named Argoth. So Argoth is this land right here. Lets you make bears, weirdly enough, and you get to mill 3 cards. So I guess it fuels the other side. It fuels the Titania here. The only other thing I'd say if you want to use Titania is you have to have quite a few fetch lands. So we've got the lands from New Capenna, the Broker's Hideout, Cabaret Courtyard, Theatre, Storefront. I really wish these had a unified name. Like, these are all called the Triomes, but the Capenna ones all have silly different names at the end, so I don't even know what to call these. I guess Tri-Fetch or something. But yeah, so you want to have a few fetches like that. Even Fabled Passage is going to help to flip the Titania. So obviously this is a very silly deck. It's not going to work very well. But the deck does have a lot of support with the Jodah's trigger. So whenever you cast a legendary spell, you exile cast on the top to hit a legend. So obviously it's going to help a lot when you want to get these guys out, and then you can cascade into them from larger spells. So you could, for instance, Dream Scenario, play Might Stone and Weak Stone, and then cascade into Urza. So yeah, I hope you enjoy what I'm trying to do here. It's completely janky. I'm not saying by any means this is a good deck, but it's pretty fun to try and use all the 3 new MELD cards from Brothers War. So let's see if we can MELD 1, 2, or even 3. If we get 3, then that's going to be a momentous occasion. But yes, the other thing I would say is if you run this deck, probably have a couple of tutors. So you've got Dig Up, which can get any card from your deck, Grim Tutor. You've also got Search for Glory as well, that works with legendaries, and make sure to have Snowlands, or you'll make a mistake like me that one time when I didn't. And yeah, let's get into the gameplay. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can donate via the donation link below. Okay, this is going to be a pretty rough matchup, isn't it? So let's mulligan this. Slightly better. Yeah, the Liliana does a very good job of suppressing us early on because she stops us having a creature. She stops us from having cards in hand. We'll see. If they have a lot of discard, it could be quite bad. Taps for any colours. Agonizing Remorse. Now they should get rid of the Kyodai here. That's my opinion, because Kyodai can threaten the Liliana in the following turn. Yeah, that was the right decision, because otherwise we could flash that in. But nevertheless, I still think we go for Titania, and we have Breeding Pool. So if we have lands in our graveyard, then Titania should be able to flip. Now here's the issue, getting 4 more lands in the graveyard. Wow, they're going to draw 2. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Fragment Reality. So we go for Jodah here. Swing for 6. This is pretty crazy. I mean, they could have, what is this, 2, 3, and 5. They could have Extinction Event. There's a lot of black ways to kill our field. Grim Tutor. Goddamn car alarm's going off again. Why do people's car alarms go off? Tell me in the comments below. If there's no one robbing your car, is it a car alarm or is it a house alarm? I don't know. It's hard to say. Urza. Wow, this is pretty crazy. Let's go for Urza. So they're going to kill the Jodah in response. What if we kill the Jodah in response? So we're basically replacing Jodah for a smaller creature. Redain! Epic. We get a Valky as the 7-mana side. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Is just a hobby.
Okay, so it's the mirror match. Seems okay. I think the thing that makes this hand is the binding, which is pretty good. Caesar Spoil's pretty good as well. We get to give first, which is nice. So we could just straight up get a land here. I think that would be good. So get backup red source. And then we might as well go for the Maestro's Theatre. That can get us a black source. And then we'll probably go for Caesar's Spoils on our next turn. Carry Zev. Okay. Right, so this is good for putting stuff into our graveyard. And we also get a treasure as well. Oof. Okay, Belladros Witherbloom's really good, and we can get this out. It's pretty tempting to go for the binding on the Karazev. I'm not quite sure. Actually, the Lalia. That's going to be able to get pretty big and pretty scary. Okay, down to 20. Karazev's a nuisance, but nowhere near as much as Lalia there. And this also gives us a land on the following turn. An extra one. Which is good. It's a really cool dual land. And a Blood Crypt, very nice. Somebody's bought the expensive land pack there. Guardian Project, okay. Not too scared of that. Down to 17. So if we go for Jodah, he probably dies, right? So we don't want to use a treasure because it means we can't go for the Belladros in the following turn. Bloody car alarm's just gone off. But if we don't go for the Jodah, tell you what, we'll go for Jodah. Ah, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to go for this, aren't I? Yeah. Oh well, I wanted to go for the Argoth there, but we shall see. So I really hope this car alarm doesn't impact the audio quality here. Why car alarm's always going off? I don't understand. Wilson. Okay, so they missed a land drop. Right, so next turn. Do I want to block? This is probably a bit risky. If they have a lightning bolt or something. No? Okay. Okay, so we could just go to 6 here and absolutely risk it. Is that risky? I think it is. It's risky, but... Okay, so we can pay 10 to untap all lands. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I don't think we need to do that yet, because we can just, in response, do this and then flash in the Kurdai, but we'll see what they have, because the idea is we want to use this to protect Jodah. My goodness, this is getting kind of rough. Okay, so we'll pay the 10 here. Flash in the Kodai. Give the Belladros indestructible. So let's block like this. Block like this. So we'll take 3, go to 3. Yep, very risky. 3 life. Damn. Go to 4. So getting these blockers is going to be really useful. Legendary creature. Okay. Then I guess we'll go for the Jodah. And then we can explore and then leave up the Spell Pierce. Actually, we can even go for the Signet and the Spell Pierce. Oh wow, okay, nice. So this has got Death Touch. Do we swing in with this? No, we need blockers because they're going to have menace. And I don't like the idea of the menace killing us here because it's not impossible. The Arvad is actually surprisingly good because she makes a legendary Ragavance. This is an output of +4 power. So we have the Monster and Weak Stone. We just need Urza. We could potentially cascade into him. Captain Eberhard. Okay. So they cost a 5 mana non-creature spell. We can counter it with these spell pairs. Gulta. Oh, that's gross. Arvad plus Gulta seems very good. Okay, what can we do then? We could go for Valky, which not only cascades, draws us a card, but we'll use this to exile the Gulta. Crazy. Emergent sequence as well. So many cards we just got there. So yeah, we'll exile the Gulta, and we can even cast it, I think. Yeah, we can literally cast our Gulta for 2 mana. And we get a Fragment Reality. So I'm going to play that tapped. And go to combat. We've got 19 flying. Do we have any trample? Death touch. Let's just go 19 flying. Okay, down to 4. So, the worst case scenario, I mean, there's a lot of things that can deal 4 damage. And we have a lot of blockers, and we have a small protection spell with Spell Pierce here. But yeah, I think the Tibalt was absolutely clutch, giving us their Gulta. Okay, so they're going to go for Lucky Dip. So don't forget, we have Fragment Reality, so we have a Get Out of Jail free card in case something goes horribly wrong. This could, for instance, get rid of a Haster. Okay, so they've got Jodah. We can Spell Pierce this. We don't want them to gain any life. Rishkar. Okay, yeah, it's a real shame we couldn't meld anything, but you know what? This is a pretty crazy game, so 1 mana. Lightning Bolt. Oh, that was cool. Ooh, okay. Opponent going first with Moltrotha. And we've got the Titania in hand. So we've got one part of a meld, but we don't have... We're going to struggle getting all the lands in the graveyard, we'll see. And we've also got the Argoth as well. It's pretty cool. I mean, getting her to stick around is going to be very tricky here. It would just be nice to face a deck that isn't uber powered like this, but there you go, that's the price I pay for creating a Jodah framework for something like a silly deck, but I'm not really sure what other solution to have used, to be honest. Paradise Druid. Let's cultivate her. Blue and black. Yeah, we definitely need the black sources here. We've got a little bit too few land diversity, so it's a bit of a shame, but... Augur of Autumn, so they're missing land drops. Throne of Death, okay. Interesting. So... Blue. Not really sure what to do. Could go for Titania. See what happens. Could have used the Broken Bond on the Throne of Death, but... Yeah, I mean, in a way this is good because this milled there, binding the old gods, which means they now don't have it on top. Damn, we literally have the meld pieces out, but we don't... Oh yeah, Argoth can... We can milk 3 cards here. Okay, this could be tricky. Oh, it's so... The archive. Okay, so they're gonna have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana following turn. I think we definitely want to kill that with a Broken Bond, don't we? They got rid of the Reclamation Sage, which is good for us because we have the Essica. Yeah, let's go for the Broken Bond on the key. So this means we can play an additional land. And then we can also go for Prismatic Bridge or Jodah. They're probably going to kill the Jodah. But we're going to, yeah, we'll give them a reason to waste their mana this turn. If they don't kill the Jodah this turn, then they'll probably go for the Muldrotha and then try and cast the Binding later on. 5, 6... And then we can try and protect him with the Coyote, but Demonic Tutor. Oh, this is scary, so they could get any card they want now. 2 and 3. Extinction Event would really hurt us here, because we've got 2 odds. But yeah, this is just to show how difficult it is just to meld one pair. They're all really difficult. This could possibly be the toughest one, because you need 2 pieces out, but you also need 4 pieces in the graveyard as well, whereas the other 2 meld pairs just care about each other really and attacking or paying mana. But yeah, 4 lands in the graveyard in a deck that doesn't care about lands in the graveyard is pretty rough. Okay, Murderous Rider. Interesting that they went for the Murderous Rider rather than any other. Yeah, that's fair enough. Could just be silly and meld. I'd like to do that when we don't have any other options though, really. So for now, let's just go for the Prismatic Bridge. I'd just like something to stick rather than just play something and get it killed instantly, but you know, I understand the power level of this. I totally get it. 5, 6, 7 mana. They can't quite go for Muldrotha plus something in the graveyard yet, but they have the Rex Sage in there and the Demonic Tutor. Well, they can't replay Demonic Tutor, but... So yeah, they're setting up the following turn. Which is cool for us because we have the Coyote as well. Kalane gives us a treasure. It's not that exciting. 1, 2, 3. So if we do this, we can give him Indestructible. Yeah, we'll go for the Jodah. And then we can tap our legends to cast the Coyote. Yeah, that's cool. Good thing I didn't attack with something else there. So let's see if this goes as the way we thought. So they're going to have access to a creature and an enchantment. So they can get rid of 2 things here. And they have 7 mana, so we're gonna have to be careful what we try and protect. Probably the Prismatic Bridge, really, because this we can't recast as easily. Damn, I really want to meld, but it's just too risky in this format. And they're at 7, so I fear that whatever they do, whatever we do to them, probably isn't going to. So yeah, let's go for Coyote. I guess it's good to still protect the Jodah, right? We'll see what they do. They could counter it. See what we get first. Okay, we get a Captain Lannery Storm. Yeah, I mean, we'll try and protect him. They clearly went for this one before. They cared about this the most because they went for this first, yeah. Then this will kill the bridge. But they don't have any flyers, so they just died to the Coyote. So that was a little bit silly, wasn't it? Unless they had nothing else to do, of course. But yeah, I guess that game just goes to show how difficult it is to melt guys. So yeah, forewarn you, if you build this deck, be prepared to be in a world of misery. But, you know, it was a fun experiment, I'd have to say. And it goes first with Shieldred. We have a really nice start to our hand, but no melders. And yeah, said this before, but sadly, I think you're going to have to just risk the no meld for the decent hands. Signet though into Chromatic Lantern into Bolus. Be pretty good. I mean, we can even try Lannery Storm. Does she just get killed? Wow, we get a treasure out of her. Pretty cool. And that means they might waste a kill spell on her. Okay. So we've got a lot of mana here. 3, 4, 5, 6 in our next turn. Maybe even 7. So they go for Shieldred. No, okay, go for Key to the Archive. Key to the Archive on an empty board. I mean, it's very good, but most of the time people pick extra turn spells or who knows what are the options. Approach Day, Time Warp, Counterspell. Yeah, there's a lot of powerful things there. Let's go in for the attack first. There's really no need to do anything. I mean, we could even wait till we have enough mana to go for the Jodah and also a protection spell. We could even wait till we have a Nicol Bolas and a protection spell. Although that's just indestructible, so that won't actually protect him from like exile effects or destroy effects. Or even attacks. Discards a card that creates mana value in the hand. Okay, so we've lost the Bolus. Oh, that's sad. Oh. So we lost that then. Halana. Give her 2 counters. And then we can continue getting the mana from her. So yeah, I'm putting a lot of sorry, not baskets and eggs, but a lot of eggs in this basket, but Fatal Push. Yeah, let's protect the Halana here. Cheeky play from them there. So I'm going to give the Halana Indestructible. And now we can put the counters onto the Captain Lannery Storm and get even more mana. Wonderful. So we don't have a way to protect Jodah now, but they're currently under threat from our ramping attackers. I don't think they're going to have a board wipe either because they just tried to kill one of our creatures there. I mean, they could do. Ah, this is especially interesting. So I mean, they've got Death Touch, to be fair, but... Oh, but we've got... No, we don't have Indestructible, do we? We gave that to Halana. Okay, fine. Cycling a Baron more. I mean, eventually, our Halana and Elena, it's going to be a win con because if we keep putting counters on Koda and swinging over the top. Remorse. We've got nothing in hand. I'm starting to think they've got the combo in their hand. They're going to have something like Shieldred plus Peer into the Abyss. It's pretty obvious at this point because they're being very cautious. The Exileds. Yeah, so they could just win next turn. Mishra. So if we give Mishra haste, then we can drain them for quite a lot as well. This is actually kind of crazy, right? Wow, and we get a Linvala to give our team Indestructible. Goodness me, this is actually kind of crazy. Give the Mishra haste. Swing, drain. So they're basically dead unless they block the Mishra. That's actually pretty hilarious. It does have Death Touch. Oh, Mishra. I'm sorry, Mishra, you're gonna die. Because I could save him with the Linvala, but that does mean that we don't have protection for a board wipe in their turn. Oh, my poor old Mishra. Part of the video was to protect you. You're supposed to be the chosen one. So here we go. So they go for Crux of Fate. They're going to go for the Exile one, aren't they? We've got 4, 4, 5, 3. I wonder if they're red Linvala. Do they know what Linvala does? There isn't a board wipe that exists that could get rid of these. So they could choose even, or they could choose odd. Either way, they die. Okay, well, I hope they've got a good backup plan then. That's pretty crazy. I could have just got everything back as well. Damn you, Mishra. We should have transformed together. Okay, we go first against Mono Blue Control. This hand is normally epic, I think. I think I just have to keep this. Just look at the curve. It's so good. Kill, counter, ramp. What more could you really ask for? We don't have the blue, but we should have it soon with the Cultivate. So Cultivate will give us blue and red, and that will access all of the other things we want to do. They could just counter this, though. Seems entirely possible. No, I'm actually surprised about that. I think I would have countered that if I had it. They might not have it, obviously. But it does now mean we have perfect mana. Literally all the basics. Jacob. So, with Jacob out, we want to try and exile him, and then we've got the Spell Pierce. Oh, okay. Guess we'll go for the Seas. Discard the... No, just get rid of the Great Hen. Oh, I don't know, actually. Yeah, get rid of Great Hen. We've got no creatures. Okay, sweet. Yeah, that'll do for now. Hopefully we get a bit of a long game, because I want to just play things out and see what happens. But obviously, Mono Blue Control. Going for Jacob again. Let's get some lands out. I need more power, Captain. Right, okay. They now have a Jacob, and they have the mana to protect it, which is scary. But we do have a Spell Pierce, which I have used before to completely slow someone down. Frogify. Okay, I mean, if they want to turn it into Frog, that's fine with me. Unless... Sure, Grim Tutor. We could just Broken Bond this, but I feel like that's a waste of time. Okay, so we've got 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just attack here. Yep, I'm happy to just pass the turn. I really want to go for the Wrath and then flash in a Joy Ray if possible. If they tap out here, they do. So yeah, I'll go for the Wrath here. I'm going to draw 2 cards. So this can only be done at... This can actually be done at any time, but it doesn't mean they need 6 mana open. So they do this here, and if they do try and cast a spell, I'm just going to Spell Pierce it. It's most likely going to be Omniscience, or some ridiculous thing. Oh, of course. So we just basically win the game here then. Wonderful. Yeah, let's destroy this. Man, the amount of times I've done this to people is actually pretty crazy. Spell pierce their Hawken. They're still playing though, so it's good. Right, let's go for Jodah. Let's see what we can do. I really want to do some MELD stuff, but the experiment. I don't know how much longer I can go for, given how long I've put into this already. They're going to commit it. Library. We'll put him in the command zone. Wow, he made that Yashan pretty big, right? They're going to turn him offline as well. That's sad. There's still legends though, so the Mox Hammer still does stuff. So we still don't have double black. Let's see if we can get the Joyrah out. Okay. Do we just get a land? I think we get an extra swamp, because then we can go for the Grim Tutor. Rather than having to spend 4 mana. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing we just did there, but... Right, so we can force their hand, right? So we know they've got memory. But if we Grim Tutor here for any card, they might be inclined to want to shuffle it up. Right, let's go for Sisay, because she is the key to everything. And we might as well strike it rich. Let's pretend that's the card we search for. LOL. Damn, these blue enchantments are really good, aren't they? To just turn our legends completely offline. No way, they turned her into a flipping... No ability. What are the odds that they've got 3 of these? One with the multiverse. Wow, okay. So they can play spell for free off the top. That's actually ridiculous. Right then. I mean, we're just going to win from vanilla creatures, aren't we? Mila? Okay. Wow, that's crazy. 1 activation of Jodah into that, and we win. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.